everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making number 187 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. You made it through yesterday's big square, so today I've decided to give you a very simple square. This one looks like one we've actually already made before, but this one is a new pattern. It has a written pattern by Lynn over at Da's Crochet Connection, so you can check out her written pattern linked at the bottom of my blog. And this one is called Pink Sun Granny Square, but I didn't use any pink in mine, but it looks really cool. And I'm using all Red Heart Super Saver yarn. This is just a 10 ply size 4 medium worsted weight yarn. So these are just scrap yarns that I've had lying around, so you can use any scraps that you've got lying around of your Red Heart Super Saver. Also, I'm using an H size crochet hook to demonstrate this today, which is 5 millimeters. You can use any smaller or bigger hook depending on the size you want to make this. I omitted the last round of this square, so we're only doing 5 rounds in the square, but you can go on to making round 6. It's just a repeat of round 5, and you can make this as big as you want as the traditional granny stitch on that round. So it's a lot of fun. It worked up really fast for me. We're working with double crochets, half double crochets, and puff stitches today, so it's just a super simple square. And before we start, I want to mention there are links in the description of this video. So there's that link to my blog where you'll get all 365 days of granny squares, and you'll get the, at the bottom of the blog there's that list of the ones that have a written pattern available to you. So you can view that. But if you click the thumbnail in the blog, it will take you to its video tutorial here on YouTube. Also, there's a link to my Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you're sharing your photos. Share your photo of today's square in the comments section of the post on Facebook. And then on Instagram, make sure to hashtag YARNutopia and hashtag 365 days of granny squares so I can see your squares and your colors and the color combinations you use, the bright colors today. So let me see those. I'll go double tap your photos and comment on my favorites. And also, make sure you follow me on Snapchat. You can subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Just hit that red subscribe button. And if you have a moment, go to my channel on YouTube. And on the right-hand side, there's that blue button that says support. Make sure to click that and support us in any way you can so that we can keep bringing you fantastic crochet content. And lastly, I want to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, for taking the time to make these videos with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So like I said, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get that update on when he posts our next one. So let's just make number 187 granny square right now. To start off, let's make a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold that down and then pull that through. Pull tight, insert your hook, and we can start. So let's start off by chaining 4. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, and 4. And now we're going to go way over here to the very first chain right there and make a slip stitch. So just insert your hook in there and then yarn over and pull through and through. So now we've created a ring. If you know how to start with a magic ring, you can obviously start that way, but I'm going to just go on to round 1 from here. We're going to chain up 2, so yarn over, pull through 1 and 2. And that's going to count as our first half double crochet of this round. And now we want to make 15 half double crochets into this ring here. So yarn over, go into this ring, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay, that is a half double crochet. Again, yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so that's our second half double crochet. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That's 3. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That's 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see I'm working in a circular form, and I'm working over my straggler right here. That was 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. So now what I need you to do is count back and count 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 should bring you to this chain up 2 right here. 1, 2. We're going to go into the chain up 2, so into the second chain right there. Go in, yarn over, pull through and through for a slip stitch. Okay, so you should have 16 stitches with that chain up 2 counting as a stitch, and this is how round 1 should look. You can cinch the middle closed with that straggler there. And now I'm going to fasten off this color, but if you're not changing color, you can chain up 3 and go on to round 2 with me. But I'm only gonna chain 1 here, and then I'm going to cut this yarn, and I'm going to continue pulling that through and pull tight. And now we are going to go right back into that stitch. You can start in any stitch around, but I'm just going to go right into that same stitch, that same chain up 2 there. I'm going to grab my new color, hook that on the hook and pull it through. And now we can go on to round 2. Like I said though, chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to double crochet into the next stitch here. So this chain up 3 counts as our first double crochet of this round. And we're going to double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay? Then we are going to chain 2, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2, and we're going to double crochet into each one of the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And the next stitch, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now we're just going to repeat what we did. So chain 2, 1, 2, and double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 1. Okay, then chain 2, 1, 2, and double crochet in the next 2 stitches. It's that easy. That round is super simple. So I'm just going to meet you up at the end of this round. Just keep repeating chain 2 and double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we'll go on to round 3 together. When you're finishing this round, make sure to chain 2 and then slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 of this round right here. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull through and through. Now, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this next stitch and into this chain 2 space, and then chain up 2 and go on to round 3. But I am going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull that through and pull tight. I'm going to change color, so you can start in, if you're changing color, you can start in any chain 2 space. So I'll go right in here, grab my new color, hook it on my hook and pull it through, and then I am going to chain up 2, 1 and 2. And in the same chain 2 space, we're going to make a puff stitch. A puff stitch is yarn over, go into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, go back into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through, and again, yarn over, go back into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through. So now we have 7 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 of those loops. That is a puff stitch. Now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to puff stitch in the same space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on your hook. Okay? And we're going to do that again. So chain 1 and make another puff stitch in the same space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 7 loops. Okay, this is our corner. Okay, so it's puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch. Okay, that is our corner. Now we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to hop into the next chain 2 space, and we are going to put a puff stitch. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. Then we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to put another puff stitch in this same chain 2 space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops. Okay, that's our side. Okay, so this 3 puffs in a corner, or in the corner, and then 2 puffs in a side. So now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in this next chain 2 space, we're going to make our corner. So it's going to be puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch, yep, chain 1, and puff stitch. Then chain 2, 1, 2, and then in this next one we're making our side. So it's puff stitch, then chain 1, and a puff stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in the next one make our corner. So it's puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, and then put in the next chain 2 space our side, which is puff stitch, chain 1, puff stitch. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2 and make our corner, and then make our side, and then we'll come back around. So if you need to rewind, just repeat these 2 steps, and then I'll meet you up and we will go on to round 4. When you're finishing round 3, make sure to chain 2 here and then slip stitch to the beginning puff stitch of this corner here. So the first puff stitch right up in here, okay, not this beginning chain up 2 here, but actually into the puff stitch. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, at this point I am going to fasten off. If you're not changing color, slip stitch into this first chain 1 space right here. And then, let's see here, round 4 says to chain up 3 and then go on to round 4 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn. Pull that through, pull tight. I'm going to go into this chain 1 space right here. So of the corner, of any corner, so any 3 puff stitch corner, okay, you're going to go into the chain 1 that's between the first and second or middle puff stitch. So right in here, this chain 1 space. That's where we're starting this next round. So we're going to go grab our new color and hook that on the hook and pull that through, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. And that counts as our first double crochet of this round. Now we are going to put 2 double crochet into that same space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's our double crochet. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now it looks like there's 3 double crochet in there because that chain of 3 counted as a stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and then we're going to hop into this next chain 1 space right here, the very next chain 1 space. So skip over this puff stitch right here and go into this chain 1 space, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so there's our corner. Then we're going to put 3 double crochets in each of the next chain 2 spaces and chain 1 spaces until we get to our next corner. So this chain 2 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. Then between these 2 puff stitches there's a chain 1 space, so we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3. Then in this next chain 2 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3. And then in this next chain 1 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. And now since we're at the corner, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space right here. So there's our corner. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and this round is super simple, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So just in the next chain 2 space, make 3 double crochets. Then the next chain 1 space between the next 2 puffs, we're making 3 double crochets in there, like this. And then in the next chain 2 space, we're putting 3 double crochets. And in the next chain 1 space, we're making 3 double crochets. Then we're going to chain 2 and continue working like this. Super simple round. Just make sure that you're chaining 2 for your corner, turning your corner. And then I'll just meet you up at the end of round 4. We'll go on to round 5 together. Alright, when you finish this round, just make sure to slip stitch to the top of this chain of 3 right here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now if you're not changing color, slip stitch into the next 2 double crochet and into this chain 2 space, and then chain up 3 and go on to round 5 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn. Pull that through and pull tight. I'm going to change my color, so I'm going to insert my hook into any corner. So I'm going to go right in here, and I'm going to grab my new color, hook that on my hook, and pull it through. Now this next round is basically like a traditional granny pattern. So it is chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and put 2 double crochet into the same chain 2 space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So it looks like there's 3 double crochet because that chain of 3 counts as a stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 3 more double crochet into that same space. 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to put 3 double crochet in between these gaps here, between the 3 double crochet groupings, okay, until we get to the next corner here. So these next few spaces, this gap right between these 3 double crochets and these 3 double crochets, there's a gap. We're going to put 3 double crochet in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then hop to the next gap right here and put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, again, next gap here, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And the next gap right here, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're at the next corner, chain 2 space, so we're going to put 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3 more double crochets into that same space. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're just going to repeat what we did on this side for this side and each side around. So just put 3 double crochets in between those gaps, between the 3 double crochet groupings. And then in the corner chain 2 spaces, put 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. So it's basically a traditional granny stitch. Very simple. I swear this square is so much simpler than yesterday's square. So we'll just continue this round and then I'll meet you up when I'm finishing up. When you're finishing this round, just make sure to slip stitch to the chain up 3 right here in the beginning. Just insert your hook. And then yarn over, pull through, and through. Now you can go on to another round, just repeat round 5 as many times as you need to make this as big as you want, but I'm going to fasten off here. So chain 1, cut your yarn and pull that through, pull tight, grab your yarn needle, and sew in your ends. And there it is, number 187 granny square is complete. Thank you to Lynn for allowing us to use her pattern and making this so simple for us. This was a nice square. I really enjoyed it, so I hope you did too. Make sure to share your photos on Facebook and on Instagram. Make sure you're hashtagging 365 Days of Granny Squares. You can block this square if you need to, but it looks fabulous. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy hooking!